Hello, I am the Stock Options Hero, and from here on out, I'm going to share with you stock options secrets that only the most successful option traders know. In my videos, you are going to see my secret options trading system that only a handful of people know. And as I'm sure you're well aware of by now, options trading can be very lucrative. However, most options traders are not consistently successful, or even worse, lose money trading stock options. Trading stock options can be a high probability trade if done properly. Let me show you. Now, each day I will record a video where I play simulated options trades. So subscribe to my channel and watch my videos daily to learn how you too can be a successful stock options trader. Disclaimer: these videos are for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute a recommendation to buy or sell any securities or stock options. Before I dive into today's stock options video, I have a small favor to ask. If you like this video or any of my videos, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you will see my videos as soon as they are posted. This way, you won't miss out on any paper trading ideas. Tell me in the comments section which option trades you are looking at paper trading, and if you're lucky, I might do analysis on a ticker symbol from the comments section. All right, let's leap into today's video. Welcome to another exciting video of Stock Options Hero. Oh yeah, let's leap into it. All right, so I'm actually in a pretty good mood today. I checked my paper money account and PL days up 44.18. PL open is 11.49 with our BP effect of 49.306. So that's another advantage of exiting your trades at 50% of your net credit is you have higher turnover of your option buying power, so that you hopefully have high turnover and can jump into new trade setups as they come available. Nothing's worse, in my opinion, than seeing a prime opportunity to place a bunch of trades and you not have any capital to do so. So, yeah, another great reason to exit out at 50% net credit. So, looking at SPY, it is looking like a classic resistance level. So from August 16th, February 2nd, and then April 14th. Nice little pennant pattern. Zooming in. This candlestick doji represents indecision, or the bulls and the bears were equal. But if you see that at the top of a range or near resistance, a good portion of the time it's confirmation that the trend will continue, or in other words, a continuation pattern. So very much liking what SPY is doing. I'm almost tempted to put on another SPY bear call spread. So it's like 420. There's plenty of volume. Okay, so there's only 32 days till expiration. So really nice credit here. So 178 divided by 322, 55% return on capital. That's insane. Now, of course, getting that kind of return on capital, we're taking on more risk. So, Bravo TDM saying 68.26, delta of a 33. I'm fairly confident, but I like to have some cushion. Now, say 430. So, yeah, we're already at the 430. What if we split the difference? Sell the 425, buy the 430. Definitely not as good, but 29%. We reduced our risk. Gave us 8% higher probability, roughly. Or 10%, sorry, I was looking at the wrong strike. So 10% higher probability, still 30%. Going back to the chart, 425. It's close to this top LRC. I like it. So we'll just do 2. Okay, so risk 776 to make 224. Make sure you always change this to a GTC. And you know me, I'm pretty good about not violating my rules, but SPY is one of the few exceptions. Because it's so liquid and I've traded it so much, I'm fairly confident that this trade will go my way. Now, not guaranteed, but fairly high probability of success. So, because SPY looks like it's going to continue in the bearish pattern, we're at resistance. The LRC is in a downward trend. MACD is curving over. Stochastics above the 70 line. DMI is heading down. So is RSI. I'm going to load up as much as I can today on bear call spreads. So I've already taken the liberty of saving a watch list. Also, we got to have KOLD at our 50% net credit. Going back here, we made 550 just today on KOLD. I'm not sure how much overall. We'll look at it later, but APLS is our biggest winner of 2550. So, good day, good day. So, Now, this is a home run. Every once in a while, you'll get those, but those should not be your primary goal or objective, in my opinion. I go for singles and doubles. Sometimes I get a triple. Very rarely will I get a home run, but singles and doubles is how you make it into the Hall of Fame. Unless you're an extreme outlier, which, by definition, very few of us are. So, UPST, not very liquid. Looking at the candles, not going to be much credit in it. The 2025. Maybe. Did I close my calculator? Oh, so annoying. Okay, so 35 divided by 172, 20%, decent. Okay, looking at the 20 strike, 85%, we like that. 20's right here. I don't like the stochastic in the oversold region. Maybe if we did like a 25, 30, maybe. 25, 30, 10 cent credit, yeah. No. Riot. Right. I like this. I think we're short the 15. We are. So looking very good. Finally showing weakness. Gap lower. Most likely we'll have a red candle by the close. So if we weren't in this already, I would definitely be putting on a new bear call spread if I came across a chart like this. So at the top of the range, way above the LRC, I would call this a parabolic move. MACD is extreme levels. Stochastic looking good. DMI good. RSI good. I'm almost tempted to double my position, but no. Always follow your rules. You've created the rules for a reason. Follow them. You can thank me later. And if you don't follow your trading rules, tell us in the comment the worst time you forgot or failed to follow your rules and how much money it cost you in your trading account. Let other people learn from your painful mistakes. So 80 strike. I like the downward trend. It's at this +1 standard deviation. MACD's crossing, probably heading lower. Stochastic looks good. DMI heading lower. So I would only think like a 80. I wouldn't do anything less because it's crypto related. And crypto is highly volatile. So the 80 strike, maybe even do like the 85.90. I don't like doing the 30 deltas if I can avoid it. Some people like them. I prefer less risk. If I can get 100% return on capital in 12 months, I'm extremely happy with that. Not greedy. I don't want to be a slaughtered hog. I just want to be a pig that gets fed. Oh yeah. Okay, 68 divided by 432. Oh, no, sorry, forgot the 8. 68 by 432, 15%. that meets my criteria. So once again, sell the 85, buy the 90 up here, right at its previous high. I think with a double top here, incredibly unlikely that it will triple top. It's possible, but not probable at this point. In my humble opinion, we can do 2 contracts, especially with the market topping out. At least I think it is. You never know. You have to deal in terms of probabilities. The markets will surprise you. And as soon as you start talking in absolutes with the markets, you'll get humbled real quick. TGTX. I don't like the upward trend, showing a fair amount of strength. DMI's heading higher, as well as the RSI. This is a no. Are we? Yeah, we're in this. Hopefully it will show some weakness soon, maybe double top and head lower. But we've got theta decay in our favor, so every day the option loses 3 cents or $3 in value per contract. So multiply that by 32 days. That's what, 96 cents? Yeah. Doesn't have quite 96 cents to lose. So even if it just channels sideways, as long as it stays under the 25 strike, we'll make money. We'll hit our max gain on this trade. So the power of selling credit spreads with that theta decay. I love it. Okay, this is not good. So we're in this. It's rallying. So VKTX. We're going to mitigate this one a little bit. So to cancel your open order, drop down on your monitor tab, left click the buy, then right click on one of these, hit cancel order. Give it a moment, and we'll then confirm the cancellation if it's during the trading session. If not, depending on your broker, you may have to wait until the following day or call them up and do a manual cancellation. Okay, so looks like we took in at $1.20, paid out 50 cents. So it was 670 cents. So $1.20 subtract 50. Yeah. So what we could do is get out at 65-cent debit, just to cover our commissions. So basically we're trying to scratch this trade, because clearly it's going the wrong direction when you write a bear call spread. So all it has to do is trade back down around $18 a share. Fairly likely within the next 30 days, because of how extreme the MACD is looking. So not too concerned. We'll take another look when we get to 21 days before expiration and manage it at that point. So, moving on. Are we in this? I thought we were. Yeah. And zero quantity, meaning we got out. So that was a pretty short-term trade made today. The PL day was 137. So, okay. Made a quick profit. There's not another trade because it reverted to the mean here. So, good trade though. Happy with it. No. I like the implied volatilities, green, and the IV's 79, but with it trading at the mean, the move is over. TLT. Sorry, when it's hard keeping track of all of these orders. Thought we at least considered placing a trade on this. Okay. Actually, maybe. DMI is heading lower. Here's an example of why I have the Bollinger Bands. I like to trade when it's between the orange and the red line. With the DMI heading lower, I like the downward trend. I like where the stochastic is. And it really doesn't like spending too much time between these two upper LRC channels or linear regression channels. So let's look at like a 70, 75. Oh, we're already on it. So we've got the 80, 85. So doing really well. Nope. Me likey. So downward trend. Didn't quite touch the top LRC. MACD way overbought. Stochastic crossed heading lower. DMI heading lower. RSI crossed the 70 line. Perfect setup. I think we already have a trade. Did we already get in and out on this? I swear we had a position on this. Oh, it's going to bug me. Sorry. Just one moment. NUGT. It's probably down here. Or maybe it was JNUG. I did. Anyway, let's do it. 55. 55 or 60. Okay, so we like the 16 or 17 delta, but I will use technical analysis and right here with a failure at this top LRC, and it's what, $9 and change away. Let's do this. See what kind of credit we can get. So above 10%, 443, roughly 12.8%. And I would give us, let's see, 55. It says 81% Prob OTM with the technical indicators lining up and the failure at the top LRC. I would probably give it an 85 to a 90 probability OTM, just from my opinion, my educated opinion. So we'll do this. And I don't talk about my background for a very specific reason. Same reason why I modulate my voice. I don't want you to know my identity. I don't want to get into it. Let's just say I have a very good reason to stay anonymous. But I do appreciate you watching these videos for educational and entertainment purposes. Hopefully you find them entertaining. I'm focusing on the education side of things, but I try to interject humor where I can. Sorry, my humor's a little dry, but I think you're more interested in the education side of things. So here's the very strong resistance level. It broke above, but then it's failing today. Also remember, it's an area. So support resistance is an area, not an exact line. So even if we draw it off the top wick, it hit the resistance area pretty close. So with this type of chart, even though it's an upward trend, I still would feel comfortable selling a 13 call. DMI is way extended, curving lower. RSI's above, overbought, heading lower. Stochastics looking good. So let's see what the 13 going for. 13 and maybe 16, because how much they're asking for the 18. I would rather just do the, heck, why don't we do 13 and the 15. Yeah, so 20%. So 25 divided by 128, 19.5. Rounding, 20%. Okay, so 128. I bet we can do about 8 contracts. Close enough. So risk 1026 to make 200. Send that off. Feel pretty good about this one. I would like the IV to be a little higher, like the IV rank and IV percentile, but as long as we get the ROC, or return on capital, of 10% or greater, I'll put the trade on. So SC looking good on the price chart. MACD looks good. Stochastic, not good. Not crazy about, but what kind of credit can we get for a 90 or 95? We're already in it at the 100. Okay, sweet. Good enough. Moving on. Okay, we're in BITO. Hold on. We're in Para. I don't like MACD. I'd like to see it at least above the 0 line. And in this case, in line with the previous reversal levels of around 0.5. I mean, if it were up here, it would have been, woo, yeah, let's do it. But down here, not so much. I like the strong downward trend, and it's not a big mover, moves slowly, which can be a good thing when you're collecting premium. Wonder what the 20, 25, let's see. 27, no, maybe 21, 24. I'm looking at the bid and the ask. It wouldn't make sense to go to the 25 or 30 because of how much they're asking. It would throw my ROC calculation off considerably. So by doing the 21 and the 24, it actually increases my ROC because my risk is only the difference between the short call and the long call, or $3 multiplied by 100, or $300, subtracting the credit of $22. Our max loss is $278. But for my ROC calculation, I like the buying power effect value. So 22 divided by 183, 12%. Even if we did it by 22 divided by the max loss of 278, it's 8% roughly. So my understanding of the buying power effect valuation is what the brokerage firm uses for their perspective on the risk for the trade. So if that's what the house or the brokerage firm is using for their risk calculations, that's good enough for me. And I will manage my trade. I very rarely will take a max loss. And you'll see in future videos why that is. So you need to keep watching to get the maximum benefit out of my videos. Okay, so risk 917 to make 110. Let's do it. Okay, so IoT is not cooperating. It might be double topping, right? So if it runs any higher than 2150, I will be concerned. Okay. So double topping, we've got, what are we short? 2250. Decisions. We only need it to drop to 19 to get out, and it almost did yesterday or Friday. So close to getting out of it. What's the theta? Theta is only 2. What we have it. What's going on? Come on. Do I not have an open order on it? IoT. 10-cent debit. Cancel that order. Okay. Minimize working orders. Look at IoT. So we collected 60 cents, paid out 25, 35 cent credit, right? So maybe I don't like doing this, but I like losing money even less. So we'll get out at 30 cents. So we originally collected 35 cents. We're going to get out hopefully at 30 cents. So we'll capture 5 cent credit, or so 5 cent times 5 is 25. So roughly $25. That should cover the commissions. So we'll essentially scratch this trade. So yeah, it just in the next day to maybe 3 days, we'll get out with a tiny gain. So moving on. Okay, PBR, I like where the MACD is. I like stochastic. DMI is heading down. RSI touched the 70 and is curving lower. Overall downward trend for the year, touching the blue LRC. It's not shy about trading above it. So in that case, 14, the 14 strike is the lowest I would consider. Cent, really? What the 13, don't even entertain it. Stock option hero, 13. Don't be greedy. Okay, what if we do the 13, 14, 7 cent credit? We can't even get 10% out of it. No, you know what? It's not worth it. Moving on. Much better trades out there. Not going to waste my capital on that crappy trade. All right, so head and shoulders. Here's the head. Here's the neckline. Sorry, the shoulders. Here's the neckline. It failed on the right shoulder. Going to touch or test the neckline. Most likely, because of the upward trend, it will use it as support. But if it breaks below the neckline, then you calculate the move from the top of the head to the neckline to figure out how far down the target price is. So basically you flip the head and shoulder patterns down to come up with your target price. Most likely around 170, just looking at the support level down here and just eyeballing it looks about right. We were in Netflix. Yeah, we still are at the 395. Way up here. Looking wonderful. No stress on this trade whatsoever. AMD showing a lot of weakness. I think we were in this. I think we were in and got out. Took our profit and ran. The 100. So short, sell the 100, buy the 105. Sorry, I'm not trying to be greedy here, but I think we might be able to get another trade in. So 15.7 ROC. We'll do 2 contracts. So double checking the 100 level. I don't like the stochastic being there. Do my setting lower. You know what? No. We got our money on this trade. I would, if the stochastic looked like this from back on March 20th, I probably would place another trade. But my guess is we're going to have a near-term rally, at which point I could put on another short position. But right now, I'm going to wait. So Meta is being annoying and just barely trending upwards. Got the 250, plenty of safety. So these little moves, incredibly unlikely to even touch the 250 level by expiration at this point. So not worried whatsoever. Okay, we're in pause. And it will most likely exit. See, this is beautiful. I love to see the MACD do this. Cross to the downside, and it crosses. So you've probably noticed by now that the stochastic is a leading indicator, and then the MACD is a lagging indicator. So stochastic will cross usually a few days before the MACD does. But the way I use MACD, at least initially for my entry, is the level of this green line. If, like right here's an example. I mean, it's not exactly horizontal, but it illustrates illustrates my point. So as long as the MACD is at previous reversal areas, like right here, the price failed. And then right here, I'm assuming the price will fail. Like even back here, the MACD only got up to 0.24 before the price failed. And up back here, it didn't even get above the 0 line, right? So that's why, one of the reasons why I gave it a high probability of success for continuation of the downward trend when we entered this PAAS bear call spread. If I wasn't in the trade, I would definitely be putting on another bear call spread, right? So actually it looks like it's just a short call. Oh yeah, this is the one where I messed up and only did a short call. But at this point, I'm not worried at all. Even with the short call, which, just so you know, is the most risky option position to have, because a stock price can theoretically go to infinity, go as high as you can think, like say 1,000 or more per share or whatever, which for PAAS would be insane. But it can only fall to 0, right? So far more risk to the upside than to the downside. So that's why starting out, I recommend people do bear call and bull put spreads. And for smaller accounts, it's a very good idea to trade bear call and bull puts so you have defined risk on your small account. So blowing up your account is one of the worst feelings in the world. I've been there, and that's one of the reasons why I started this channel, is to help you avoid the pain of blowing up an account. So I'm liking this. So MACD looks decent. I would prefer to see it, above this level, 0.4. This would be phenomenal, seeing it up at 0.8. But between having it touch this LRC, MACD's looking good, stochastic looks good. I don't like the DMI, but I like the RSI. So maybe a tad premature, but let's see what the 12 or 13 strike is going for. And that's annoying. You get excited about a potential trade, but there's just no money in it. See, it goes from a 76 delta down to a 14. What? So that's why it's important to only trade securities that are liquid. So that was the A series. I just noticed by looking at the ticker, I changed it to the standard contract or underlying of PBR. So definitely more strikes. So let's look at the 13. 13 and guess we try the 13 and the 18. 9 cents. Nope. Not even even close. That's too bad. Now, if you're an advanced trader and you want or are comfortable taking on additional risk, you could entertain a short call at like the 14 or 15. So, but there's no money, like you've got a penny. So risk 122 to make $1. You won't, after commissions, you'll end up with 35 cents. So, yeah, definitely not worth it, in my opinion. I know this is running a little long, but because of where the SPY is trading, I want to put on as many trades as possible to maximize the timing of the market. Now, it's not easy to time the market, but I'm speaking from purely a technical analysis standpoint. I don't like the upward trend, but I do like the MACD and stochastic. Here, let's look at the 2-year. Even for the past 2 years, it's been a strong upward trend, but it does have a nice wave pattern where it just doesn't gradually trend upwards. It has a fair amount of movement. So I like to see that. So it's gone from like 48 down to 28. So $20 price movement, which is good. And it historically doesn't like hanging out close to this top LRC. So let's look at the 50 or 55. 55, 60. So 85% Bravo TM, 18 Delta. Credit of 43 cents. Not quite 10%. So maybe we can bump this up to 46 cents to make sure we get our 10%. We'll do 2 contracts. So risk 908 to make 92. So fairly high probability, 85%, with it being touching the top LRC and then having the price pushed down is bearish, in my opinion. So yeah, I'd give it between 85 and 90% prob OTM at this point for that short strike. Okay, I like downward trend, like the MACD, stochastics, decent. DMI is heading lower. Doesn't like touched there, but for most of the year, it stayed within the blue or turquoise LRC. So it was about 45 strike. Okay, do the 45.50. Not even close. What about 44, 50. Yeah. Okay. That's why it's important to have a high implied volatility underlying so that your options are more juicy. You'll get more for your short call. So that increases your ROC and reduces your overall risk because of IV crush and theta. Okay, so we're under 50 IV, which I rarely will put on a trade if the underlier is under 50, but every once in a while you can find a gem. And I'm skipping over the underlyings that we already have positions on, even though they look like it might be a good trade setup. So GDXJ, I believe this is a gold ETF, if I'm not mistaken, but MACD looks good, stochastic's good, DMI's good, RSI's good. We might be a day late getting in, but we've got confirmation on the stochastic, and the MACD will cross probably within the next day or two. So let's look at the 45. So 45, 50. Okay, 10%. Do 2 contracts. Risk 896 to make 104. Sorry. So 104 divided by 896, 11.6%. GTC, send. Okay. These buttons are too close together. All right, so I know it's running along. Just give me a few more minutes. Want to place as many trades today as I can to maximize where SPY is trading, or the resistance level it's trading at. So let's look at the 60 or 65. Yeah, I don't like the delta being 36. Let's look at the 65 and 70. So, yeah, no, not 10%, 6%. So this one, if you traded short calls, no. Yeah, even doing a short call, I can't get my 10% return on capital. But if you did like the 60 and the 70, we could. So 132 divided by 868, 15%. So the downside is, because it's the 60 short strike, 68% prob OTM. Looking at the chart, it's too close to most recent high. So for that reason, I'm out. And then also I've got other gold stocks that I'm short. And for that reason, definitely not going to put it on Baxter. I know we've looked at this one recently. No, we're not in it. Like a 50. I like the MACD and the stochastic DMI. Yeah. So, and you'll notice how Baxter respects the blue LRC, and it generally trades pretty close to the mean. So with MACD being way up here and the stochastic being overbought, I'm feeling pretty good about a 40, 50. Let's look at the 50. Okay. So 50, 55, 12-cent credit. No. Okay, so no. 47.50. Yeah, I would give that pretty high probability, probably closer to a 90%. So maybe won't. Okay. So we can get 10% return on capital. So we sell the 47.50, buy the 50 for insurance. And $22.30 would be 10% ROC. We're getting 27. So for that reason, I'll pull the trigger on it. So risk 8,982 to make 108. And once again, it's the 47.50. Looking historically, Baxter hasn't gotten that close to the blue LRC all year. With the MACD being way overbought, I think that's a pretty good trade setup. Okay. AEM, I think we just looked at that. I'm going to call it, this low of an IV, we're going to have a hard time finding stocks or underlying to trade. So I'm going to like 55. 55, 60. Yeah, see, there's just no money in it. So that's the reason why I only trade high IV stocks. So that's it for today. Once again, net lick 106,896, cash and sweep 113,472. We still have 46,434 to invest. We won't invest all of it. I'll stop once I get around 35, 40,000 in cash. So we've got 16 grand to play with, or I mean invest. So we're at 6.8%, and I think this is day 14 or 15. I'm not sure. My days are kind of blurring together. So pretty good. 6.8% trading high probability trades. I think most investors would like that kind of return in a couple weeks. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon to be notified of when I post my next video. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourself.